I had a ball watching Missouri, Kansas.
Yes, that was a very, very fun football game.
Super fun football game. I don't know if my opinions have changed on either team.
Mine have.
Because of Bo's throwing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would agree.
I think I need to reevaluate my opinion of Bo Pribula.
I agree. Like, I don't know that Kansas's defense was good, but at least it's a P5 or P4 defense. And like with how well that team should run the ball with his legs, you have to respect he's hitting the throws that Missouri schemes up for him. Like, that's important. We didn't know he could do that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a box to check.
Yeah, no, he looked really I mean, he looked like he's Brady Cookish, but I think he's a better thrower based on what I've seen than Brady Cook is, and he's not as big. So I guess, let me think. Let me figure out a little comp here.
Oh no, there's a disgusting conversation in the tailgate.
Trace McSorley. He's Trace McSorley. He came from Penn State. He fits that mold, and that's kind of who he's being for Mizzou.
Would Penn State have scored more points today if Bo Pribula was the quarterback?
I saw that. It is a thought I will have in big time this week because it is something that was brought up to me on Twitter, and I was like, I do not agree with it, but I would still like to unpack it a little bit.
Sure.
But I'm going to need time to unpack it. I can't just do it now on the reaction show.
Right. And also I'm going to subscribe to the Tom Fornelli theory of load management with the Penn State Nittany Lions.
Yes.
I will.
Yes.
I will have a fair assessment of Penn State after Oregon. Because Oregon looks like a bleeping war machine. So, yeah, we will at least get to see what Penn State looks like when the Ducks come to town. Tough trip, tough spot, but
you were talking earlier about like game management. I want to give a shout out to Eli, who routinely nails it, and he nailed it at the end of the first half in this game. He used his time, even though Mizzou was getting there was a minute left in the half. And a lot of coaches would just be like, all right, let's get to halftime. We've got the ball coming up in the third quarter. He used his timeouts. He got the ball back. His team drives down the field, scores, and then he gets the ball back in the third quarter. He is consistently one of the smartest coaches as far as timeout usage and game management week in and week out. And that's the one thing about this Mizzou team. It's like, I mentioned it even when I was dogging him, where it's like Eli always gets the best out of his offense. I underestimated Eli a little bit. He's just constantly going to get the best out of his team because he's just good at it.
They've hit on Kevin Coleman.
You
realize they had 200-yard rushers today?
Yeah.
Kansas had to respect Bo's legs. Bo rushed for 16 yards.
Because Hardy went for 112. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the stats show 6 yards, but obviously, if you chop off, like if you just look at like the design carries, it was 4 for 16. Okay, like Kansas largely limited that, and you had Hardy and Roberts go for what is that, like 270, 260 right there. So that's pretty damn good. Coleman, 10 catches, 12 targets. Spam that, and honestly, the tight end Norfleet is a pretty good player for Missouri. Yeah. I like what I saw.
I think this team is legitimately good.
And I thought Daniels played, I know it sounds crazy if you look at these numbers. I thought Daniels actually played fairly well and they made him earn it for the most part. That was a fun game.
And also, look at the total yards.
595
to 254. Like, Kansas blitzed them to start, and then it was a very much one-sided game for the final three quarters. Even though it was very fun one-sided, it was Mizzou just kind of running stuff.
Pull up Missouri's schedule if we have it.
Well, they don't leave forever.
I'm just are we going to be talking Missouri on one of those Tuesday night playoff shows?
It might be.
Because, guys, this schedule looks a little more manageable than it did. Like last year, we talked about how manageable this schedule was, and they just weren't good enough to cash in on it. They might be good. Like, they might be better this year than they were last year.
Were Luther Burden, Theo Weiss, and Brady Cook holding this team back?
I mean, as a Chicago Bears fan, I'm sure you're hoping no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
The problem isn't the quarterback, Tom. It's the third wide receiver.
Oh crap. Better do a 3-part piece on it on my Substack.
I mean, if you look at this Missouri schedule, they're not like massive dogs in that many games. You get South Carolina at home. They'll be favored over South Carolina. Not by much, but they will, I think. You get Bama at home. I don't know, like, Bama bounced back today, but it's also ULM. At Auburn, at Vandy, okay, like that's not super easy. Vandy played pretty well tonight. I'm sure we'll get there. You host A&M, you host Mississippi State. At Arkansas, like at Oklahoma looks tough.
Well, all right, to your question. So the first reveal show is going to be between the Vanderbilt and the Texas A&M game.
Mm-hmm.
I expect they will be a 1-loss or 2-loss team. So, yeah, 100%. We're talking about them. But come away impressed. And as we're sitting here, tomorrow's top 25 coming up before the end of the show. I might be I might make a post-show adjustment here. I might need to have Missouri ranked.
I think they'll be ranked.
Mm-hmm.
Hating that though.
Sorry, Arizona. Well, listen, man, you're making these like late adjustments so I can be on time to start the show early. So I kept Arizona State in.
Yeah. I hear excuses. That's all I hear.
Yeah. They'll be ranked. Sorry, Arizona State. You're out of here.
I'm tired of having to be the guy constantly defending Missouri on this show from you.
You know what? I'm glad that you said it because you're the only one that stood up for Missouri.
You did. Constantly on Mizzou's side.
Constantly on Missouri's side.